children. So we're going to read a little bit more of Enid Blyton's Faraway Tree stories. We are up to the part where Saucepan Man has been taking things from a shop and they're trying to look for him. This is chapter 4, called A Silly Song. The children, Moonface and Silky, went down the crooked streets of the land of toys, calling the old Saucepan Man. Of course, Saucepan Man is very deaf, said Joe. He might not hear us calling. Even if he was locked up in somewhere nearby. They went on again, shouting and calling. The toys hurrying by stared at them in surprise. Why do you keep calling Saucepan, Saucepan? Said a well-dressed doll. Are you selling saucepans or something? No, said Joe. We're looking for a friend. Just then, Silky heard something. She clutched Joe's arm. Shh, she said. Listen. Everyone stood still and listened. Then, floating on the air, came a well-known voice singing a silly song. 2 trees in a teapot, 2 spoons in a pie, 2 clocks up the chimney, hi tiddly hi. It's Saucepan. Nobody but Saucepan sings those silly songs, said Joe. Where is he? They looked all around. There was a toy soldier fort not far off, but of course much bigger than an actual toy fort would be. The song seemed to be coming from there. 2 mice on a lamppost, 2 hums in a bee, 2 shoes on a rabbit, hi tiddly hee. Joe laughed loudly. I never knew such a stupid song, he said. I can't imagine how old Saucepan can make it up. It's coming from that fort. That's where he's locked up. Everyone looked at the red-painted fort. Soldiers walked up and down it. A drawbridge was pulled up so no one could go in or out. When a soldier wanted to go out, the drawbridge was let down and the soldier stepped over it. Then it was pulled back up again. Well, Saucepan is definitely in there, said Moonface. And by the way, don't call to him, any of you. We don't want the soldier guards to know there are any friends of his here, or they will guess that we want to rescue him. Oh, do let's try and let him know we're here, said Beth. He'd be very glad, as he must be so worried and unhappy. I know a way of telling him we're here without anyone guessing we're his friends, said Joe. Listen. He stood and thought for a moment. Then he raised his voice and sang a little song. 2 boys in the high road, 2 girls in the street, 2 friends feeling sorry, tweet, 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 tweet. Everyone roared with laughter. That's clever, Joe, said Rick. 2 boys, that's Saucepan will know that's you and me. 2 girls, Beth and Franny. 2 friends, Silky and Moonface. Saucepan will know we're all here. Suddenly, a terrible noise came from the fort. A clanging, banging, clanking and crashing. Everyone listened. I think Saucepan's heard them. That's old Saucepan dancing round to let us know he heard and understood, said Joe. Now, the thing is, how are we going to rescue him? They walked down the street talking, trying to think of a good way to save poor Saucepan. They came to a clothes shop. In it were dolls' clothes of all sorts. In the window was a set of sailors' clothes too. Joe stared at them. Now I wonder, he thought. I wonder if they've got any soldiers' clothes. Moonface, lend me your money bag, if it's got any money in it. Moonface put his money bag in Joe's hand and Joe disappeared into the shop. He came out with 3 sets of bright red soldier guards uniforms with big black helmets. What a good idea. I think I know what he's going to do. Come on, he said in excitement. Come somewhere where we shan't be seen. They all hurried down the street and came to a field where some toy cows stood grazing. They climbed over the gate and went behind the bushes. Rick, try this uniform on. See if it fits you. I'll put this one on. But Joe, what are you going to do? Asked Beth in surprise. I thought you would have guessed, said Joe, putting the uniform on quickly. We're going to see if we can march into the fort pretending we are soldiers. And then we can get old Saucepan Man out. I should think they'll let down the drawbridge for us if we dress like the others. Is the third suit for me? Asked Moonface. No, Moonface, said Joe. I don't think you'd look a bit like a soldier, even if you were dressed like one. You must stay inside and look after Beth, Franny and Silky. This third suit is for Saucepan Man. The soldiers won't let us take him out of the fort covered in kettles and saucepans. They'll know it's him and they'll stop us. He'll have to take off his kettles and things and wear this uniform. Then we can rescue him. Joe, you really are very clever, said Silky. Joe felt pleased. He buckled his belt and put on his helmet. He did look impressive. So did Rick. Now we're ready, said Joe. Moonface, if by any chance Rick and I are caught, you must take the girls safely back to the tree, okay? Okay, said Moonface. Good luck. I wonder what happens next. Join us tomorrow. Bye-bye, children.